to Limitless Business Online. Going to do a quick tech check to make sure we are live where we're supposed to be. And let's just check. All right, I see we're on YouTube, and let's check our Facebook Live, see if that is running. And hello to LinkedIn. I'm going to assume you're live too. Let's see. Yep, we're live on Facebook. So I do have Facebook open because if you're joining me live on Facebook, I would love to hear from you. And those comments, if you choose to comment there, those comments come into a different area. So, well, let's see. I won't be able to see your name if you comment on Facebook, but I will have it open so that I can see if there are any. Okay, yes. So if you want to comment on Facebook, I'll be able to see those comments. And LinkedIn, you're welcome to comment. YouTube Live, you're welcome to comment. I would love to know that you're here. So hello. Welcome to Limitless Business Online. I'm Tracy, and I'm so glad you're here with me, either live or watching the replay, or maybe you're listening to the podcast replay. No matter how you're joining me, welcome and hello. This is a pod vlog blog, as I like to call it. And because I want to be here with you live, but then also I know many people prefer listening later or listening to a podcast, which I love. So today I want to talk about leadership and niching for online business through the lens of college football. Wait, yes, just stick with me. Even if you're not a sports fan or a football fan, we will get to all of that in just a minute. So even if you're not into sports, this will be applicable to you. If you are here live or you're joining the listening to the podcast or watching a replay, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. You know, even if you're watching the replay, you can still comment at any time through the live, and I'll get that notice. I'd love to communicate with you. So once again, I'm Tracy, founder of Limitless Business Online, and I'm an online business strategist and coach. I help online coaches, course creators, and service providers develop strong structure, also known as systems, implement clear strategies, and give them steady support in their businesses so they can grow their online business and have the life they dreamed of when they started their business. I've been in the online business space since 2012, and I absolutely love that in online business, your work is truly limitless in freedoms like who you can work with, where you can work, and how much money you can earn or the impact you can make. So now it's your turn. I'd love to hear from you. If you're here with me live, let's see, we have a few live. So if you're here with me live, will you introduce yourself? Where are you joining from? If you are watching the replay, where are you joining from? And what is your online business, or what do you hope to do in online business if you're not already an online business owner? I'm going to get a drink of water while you have an opportunity to pop in the chat. Okay, back to the pod vlog blog and today's topic. If you've been anywhere near a TV lately, especially on the weekends, you've probably noticed a lot of football. The college national championships are coming up. Football playoffs are in full swing, and we're heading straight toward the Super Bowl. And even if you're not a football fan, stay with me because some of the best lessons I've discovered have come from watching sports. I love watching college football, especially in the fall during the fall season when College Game Day comes on. It comes on every Saturday morning, and I love to watch it with my husband on Saturday mornings in the fall. Sometimes we'll watch it later, like on a Sunday, on a replay. And it's kind of our thing, coffee, football, and honestly, just great storytelling. I'm not a huge fanatical football fan, but I do enjoy college football. I enjoy game day, and it's an entertaining show. It's really something my husband and I enjoy watching together. A few weeks ago, something clicked that immediately made me think about you and our online businesses. If you watch College Game Day, you can't miss Pat McAfee. He's loud, he's animated, he's one of the analysts on the show, and he's loud, he's animated. He's not trying to be polished or buttoned up. One weekend, he literally stripped down to his underwear and jumped off a high dive at the University of Miami. Definitely not polished or buttoned up. And he's absolutely magnetic. You can't help but be entertained by him. What struck me wasn't just his personality necessarily, it was how clear his lane is and how clear he is about what his lane is. Pat McAfee is an entertainer in the football industry for football fans. That's it, that's the lane. He's not trying to be the most technical analyst, although he seems very knowledgeable about all the stats and the teams. He's not trying to be the most serious commentator. He usually grabs some of the food that they bring out from local restaurants and literally with his hands will grab the food and shove it in former Alabama head coach Nick Saban's face. Like, here, eat this. That's been really fun. He's not trying to be the everyone will like me guy. He can be sort of crass, uncouth, and he doesn't seem to care one bit if people care about that or are offended or anything. The main thing is he clearly loves football and he loves entertaining. And he's merged those loves on purpose. That's niching at its best. And then I remembered something else that really sealed this lesson this past fall when Lee Corso was retiring. Lee Corso was one of the original game day hosts, and he said something fascinating about the early days of the show. He said when they first started 38 years ago, it wasn't really about football at all. It was about entertainment. Football was the vehicle, but what they were delivering was excitement, energy, connection. They understand what the fans were really showing up for. They understood, sorry, they understood what the fans were really showing up for. And this is where I want you to pause and ask yourself some very important business questions as you're thinking about your niche. Number one, what do you love? Number two, who do you love serving? Number three, what do you actually do for them? And number four, how can you merge your loves into a lane that feels natural, not forced? You see, most business owners struggle with niching because they think it's about restriction, defining who is a fit and who isn't. And that's really not niching at all. It's niching is about clarity. Pat McAfee didn't narrow his niche to include or exclude any particular people. He niched on what he loves, who he's serving, and what he's actually doing for them. And he became unmistakable. He didn't choose who did or didn't fit. He chose his lane and let people decide for themselves if he's for them or if he's not. And I've heard some people say he's not for them. Here's a simple way to think about niching in your business. No overthinking required. Number one, what do I love doing? Number two, who do I love doing it for? Number three, what transformation do they get because of what I do? Or you might think of it, like I said before, what do you actually do for them? So answer those three questions to develop your niche or a niche statement. If Pat McAfee had a niche statement, it might sound like, I love college football and entertaining. I help college football fans get hyped, informed, and excited for game day through education and entertainment. Notice it's not fancy, It's not broad. It's not trying to oppress everyone. It's clear, and clarity is calming, both for your audience and for you. Now, let's talk about leadership lessons from college football. Recently, when I was watching the Indiana University and the Oregon football game, I heard Indiana head coach Kurt Signetti say something so interesting. He was asked how he stays so focused and seemingly calm during the intensity of games. If you watch, you'll notice he doesn't jump around. He's not going crazy, yelling at his players. His facial expressions stay the same, and he's so intensely focused. His answer: if I expect my players to manage their emotions, I have to do the same. And that's leadership. He's not just talking about calm to his players and telling them to stay calm during the game. He's not demanding composure from them. He's modeling it. He's doing what he's expecting of them. And this is where sports and business align so clearly. As a business owner, your energy sets the tone. Your nervous system affects your decisions. Your consistency gives your audience and your team, like your team that you're working with, or your team, in quotes, if you're a coach, your consistency gives your audience confidence. You can't preach focus while operating in chaos. You can't expect steadiness while constantly reacting. This is actually at the heart of what I do as a strategist and coach. I don't just tell you what to do. I model the best I can how to think, decide, and lead, especially when things feel intense. So let's go ahead and bring this all home. From these sports examples, here are the real takeaways for online business owners from college football. Choose your lane and commit to it. Stop trying to speak to or please everyone, also known as play every position. Stop trying to speak to or please everyone. Know who you serve and what you do for them. And number 3, the third takeaway: lead your business with the mindset you want it to operate under by managing your emotions. You don't need more strategies, more platforms, more noise. You need clarity, emotional steadiness, and consistency over time. That's how businesses last. That's how more trust is built. And that's how momentum compounds. So we're heading into the Olympics next month in 2026. And I can tell you, you're probably going to hear a lot more sports analogies from me. I love to watch the Olympics. Athletes and coaches understand something that business owners often forget. You don't win by doing everything. You win by doing the right things well over and over and over again, moving the ball down the field inch by inch. So if this episode got you thinking about your niche, your leadership, or the way you're showing up in your business, take a little bit of time and sit with that. Think on it. Clarity always comes before growth. And then growth comes from action. If you need support finding that clarity, modeling steadiness, and building something that lasts, you don't have to do that alone. I invite you to book a free game plan call with me at limitlessbusinessonline.com/game plan. All one word, game plan. Together, we'll map out your next right steps. Thank you for joining me here today, or watching the replay, or listening to the podcast. If you're listening in that avenue, in that method, head over, like I said, head over to limitlessbusinessonline.com/game plan to book a call with me and get your free game plan. I'll see you next time on the Pod Vlog blog.